What's going on, everybody? It is a week of February 2nd, and this is your update on everything that's happened in this last week in Council. On Monday, January 29th, we had our Governance Committee meeting. Now, in this meeting, we talked about all the changes that are going to happen with the upcoming election. We just discussed as well the powers and duties of the acting mayor. Wanted to unpack that a little bit more for you, just so you understand. The acting mayor gets so many calls and requests for appearances, and we want to divvy those up amongst the councillors so that if an event's happening, like a grand opening in Ward 9, I can attend, and the acting mayor is free to do other things, because there are some big city items and there are some ward-specific items that we need to make sure that we're getting to as many of these as we can. I've heard that the mayor would normally get up to 250 requests per day for presentations, appearances, things of that nature. So we got to divide and conquer here, everybody, until we have our new mayor in after this by-election. The other thing that we discussed was the use of city resources, newsletters, email, e-newsletters, those sort of things, and making sure that there is no unfair advantage and no usage of city resources for your campaign. Now, I'm not running, but for those who are, these are things we want to make sure that we're above water and that there is complete transparency as to where money is going and what money is being used for, and so that there's no competitive advantage for anyone who wants to run for this role. Monday as well, we did our Ward 9 community hours, and this was so fun. I love this drop-in. I call it speed dating, where you have 10 minutes to talk and just share your concerns, and then we follow up and make sure that we touch base with whoever the key people are to make sure that your situations and your issues are dealt with. We chose a different time. We did a 9 to 12 during the day instead of our regular 6 to 9 in the evening. And it was packed. It was busy. We had pickleball happening. We had all kinds of things going on in the community center as normal. And we had a great response. Here are some of the feedback pieces, the top feedback that we received from everybody. Number one was people need to feel safer around Lake Aquitaine. Walking their dogs, going to class, at the community center, they want to feel like they're safe around it, and there have been some situations that have happened in the past that make people feel like there are unsavory characters around that area, whatever the case is. So we want to continue to give people a sense of psychological safety and actual safety around that area. So we will continue to work on that with our partners at Crime Stoppers, Safe City Mississauga, and RPO police friends. Number two was the Aquitaine Bike Lane Pilot Project. This is interesting because in person, to my face, all I heard is people do not like it. Online, I'm hearing how wonderful it is. People think that it's great, the infrastructure is perfect, we need more of this and we can do better. But in person, all I hear is no one's using the bike lanes. I counted one bicycle at the GO station. This is a waste of taxpayer money. My response to all of you is we have a survey coming up. Check it out at ward9.ca. I want to remind you that it is a pilot project and that in May, we will have another consultation with the community to gather all of this information and to do it right. We want to land at something that gives us a complete street that helps us move people safely, whether they're on a bike, in a car, on the bus. Everyone needs to be able to move safely. So that is the objective of this. So we will land at something that works for our community. The third piece that I got is that people love Meadowvale. I enjoy doing these in Erin Mills, so I hear how much people love Erin Mills when we do our community consultations on that side, but we were in the Meadowvale Community Center, so we had walk-up traffic from people who've lived there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and love the area. So I always love to hear that because I, as well as a 40-plus year resident, really do love Ward 9. The fourth, I can't remember which one it was, piece of information that we got is that people are pleased with what the police are doing. One gentleman even asked me if we increase the police budget because he recognized that they're doing great work and they need more resources. So kudos to you, police. That's the feedback from our area. You're doing a good job. The next community consultation drop-in that we are doing will be on February 26th at Erin Mills. So we're going back over to the other side. So we're headed to the south side of Ward 9, Erin Mills Community Center for the next event, and it will be back in the evening for the evening crowd as well. So see you there for that one. Here is the update for the election. On January 31st in council, we determined that the election date will be June 10th or thereabouts. So please stay tuned for that. And we went through the clerk gave back the report, and then we'll set the nomination dates, and all those processes will be in place. But mid-June will be the time when we will have a new mayor. I am so excited for all the events that are coming up for Black History Month, and it's starting out with an event at Millers Grove Public School. If you are a school and want to have me come out and speak to your students, I believe that representation is important. I absolutely love working with young people and talking about civic engagement and ways that they can be involved. So please message our office. Check out the ward9.ca website once again, and that's your connecting point so that we can come in and talk with your students about all the amazing things that are happening in our city. For the Ward 9 area, we have an African drumming event on February 10th. It's going to be really fun for a whole family at the Meadowville Library. Check that out. You could just drop in, and it is at 2 o'clock. So it is African drumming and storytelling that's going to be happening at the Meadowville Community Center and Library. On February 1st, we are doing a community meeting. This is a town hall for those people in the community that were negatively affected by the last shooting that happened right here in Meadowville. I've reached out to Safe City Mississauga and Crime Stoppers. They are my partners. They're the ones that help me to engage our communities, get people talking to one another, establish a neighborhood watch, give you safe, anonymous ways to report anything that you see so that you all can be the eyes for your community. We all need to own our community, and Crime Stoppers and Safe City Mississauga are the two best tools out there to reactively and proactively address crime in our area. So we want to be the eyes and ears of our community. Please show up on Friday night for this event if you are able, and we'll all have a replay afterwards, a recap I should say, where I'll just talk through some of the highlights of it and the feedback that people gave. I really appreciate all of your input. So thank you so much for joining us when we do these in the past and for coming this Friday. It's gonna be a great time. Meadowville Community Center, February 1st. Go back once again to ward9.ca. Everything that's happening in our community is right there on that website. The last thing I'm going to bring up for today is the rumors of something that's coming to the Smart Centers. Apparently, there is a Costco business distribution center that is planned for where the Rona is at the Smart Centers. This has not been confirmed with the city yet. I've heard it through InSauga. So as I find out more, we'll definitely let you know. So at this point, we are still trying to find out more about that. We've had emails asking us about it, what the rumors are. So as we find out, stay tuned for these weekly updates. And as we hear more, we will let you know. Thank you so much. We're back at it again this week. We have some fun events, as I mentioned, and we will see you out in the community. Have a great week.